I mean, I would say in terms of AI, like my favorite moment so far has been, I don't know whether it's episode 1 or episode 2, but of this season where Alicia is teaching the AI guy about the word okay and all the different meanings of, depending on how you pronounce okay or how you articulate okay. And I just think that's spot on and hilarious at the same time.
Hi, Sarah. Thank you so much for your time. A pleasure to talk to you and to talk about Upload. What attracted you to the script, like to this project when you first read the script?
Well, I was a fan of the show from the beginning, seasons 1 and 2. So I was really excited to get an opportunity to work on season 3, and the fact that it was the finale was super exciting. So I guess I'd always loved the combination of smart social satire with the kind of humor that's sometimes wacky and sometimes very grounded. And I care about the characters, so it moves me as well. So sometimes I feel like it's a dramedy, and sometimes I feel like no, it's just an out and out comedy. Who you're kidding? Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing. I love like both seasons, and I'm like watching the episodes for season 3. I already watched your episodes, but we don't want to spoil to the viewers. So, but in that sense, what we can expect of both episodes, like this finale.
So, in broad strokes, we're going to find the resolution of a couple of the things that we've been following throughout the season. We're going to find a little bit more clarity about Nathan's health, and we're going to find out what happens to the lawsuit about Horizon. We're going to get a little more insight as to what Alicia is going to do with her girlfriend, how she comes out on the side of whether she's a good person to be with or a bad person to be with. And we'll see a little more about how Luke manages his relationship with backup Nathan, and also with Alicia.
What was like your biggest challenge to put together these both episodes?
The biggest challenge with these two final episodes was really that they're very ambitious in terms of the story and the action beats. So every episode has a lot of visual effects, and every episode has a lot of different scenes. But in these particular 2 episodes, each one of them ends with a pretty exciting, action-packed climax. And yet we have, the regular, schedule of 2 episodes. So it took a lot of preparation and discussion with the visual effects team, storyboarding on my part, and work with the stunt coordinator to figure out how we were going to do some of the things that needed to happen. I can't necessarily tell you specifics, so it's hard for me to say more than that.
Yeah, no, it's amazing. A couple of weeks ago, I had a chance to talk to the production designers, Rachel, and then we talk about like the stuff that she researched. It was something like that surprised her a lot. But and for you, like coming on board for the season 3, for the finale, for these 2 episodes, what are the things that most surprised you about AI, about the way that they're handled, like, you know what I mean? Because a lot of things it kind of happen there, and then a couple, and then we see happening here, like in the real life, right?
Yeah. Okay. So surprises. Let's see. I guess I would say I was surprised at how extraordinarily talented all the actors were, and their comedic chops had such a variety, so that we could try a scene that was funny, but that was gentle and grounded, or we could try a scene that was fantastical and crazy and zany, but also have that not seem entirely insane. And that's really because of the way that they were able to shape their performances. I don't know. Anyway, I would say that was pleasantly surprising, and wonderful. Having to work on the visual effects of Lakeview was, I've worked on lots of visual effects shows, But the particulars of how to make the Lakeview VFX work and multiplying the AI guy was something I was really looking forward to because I'd seen it done in other episodes. And when you watch the finished work, you don't really know how it happened. How you have some inkling, you have some thoughts. Did they do it this way? Did they do it that way? And so talking about that ahead of time with the editor and with the visual effects supervisor was really helpful and was really fun challenge.
Yeah. And what do you think about how much the AI can help us on our daily lives?
Oh, I mean, like as
Yeah.
as a real
As a
commentary.
consumer, yeah, as a consumer, not like
I don't know. I mean, we don't live in the world of Lakeview. We can't just call for Angel, and have them solve our problems. So I think
I
we're pretty
wish you could.
Yeah, sometimes I wish I could. Other times, maybe it's good that we still have our own agency.
Do you have like a favorite episode in any of the seasons?
I don't think I do. No, because there were so many things within episode 7 that I liked, but also things that I loved within episode 8. And then there's some wonderful scenes in the prior episodes. I mean, I would say in terms of AI, like my favorite moment so far has been I don't know whether it's episode 1 or episode 2, but of this season where Alicia is teaching the AI guy about the word okay and all the different meanings of depending on how you pronounce okay or how you articulate okay. And I just think that's spot on and hilarious at the same time.
You'll be like working in a lot of like different projects, like The Boys, which is crazy, and then this one, and then he also did years ago like This Is Us. What was about like how did you gravitate to like these different genres when you're like directing?
Well, I've been fortunate to bounce between genres, I would say. Definitely I've focused a fair amount on action and visual effects. That was my background when I was editing. I had worked on a lot of action and visual effects shows, so it was a pretty seamless transition into those types of shows. But a lot of that kind of storytelling is just heightened stakes for really interesting characters, and that's what I gravitate towards, whether that's in a dramatic way, strictly dramatic, like This Is Us. There's a lot of heightened stakes for that very realistic show. And by the same token, there's a lot of heightened stakes for a Lost in Space or a Boys or a For All Mankind. All these shows have lots of characters in dire predicaments, and sometimes that's funny, and other times it's serious.
Yeah, and then he also like you have like most of your experience, especially in directing, is on TV series. Are you planning to direct your feature film one day?
I'm definitely open to that. It's really different beast because it takes so much longer to prep, and so I would say that for now I'm really happy with what I'm doing. But definitely, if the right script came along, I would for sure jump at that opportunity.
Yeah, you should get like the perfect script so you can jump in on that, right? Yeah, I love that. I think it's great. And like you a woman in this industry, like we've been struggling for quite some time. How much did you are seeing that is changing for the female behind the cameras?
I think that it's there've been some great strides made in the last decade. And I've been fortunate to be able to take advantage of that, of the opportunities. But I think that, we're held to a pretty tough standard, which is that if it doesn't go well, you're not given a second chance. So I think that that's where it comes up. The opportunities are there, and if you could take advantage of it and knock it out of the park, fantastic, you're on the road. But I do think that it's a bit of a double standard where it's tricky if things, maybe you have an episode that didn't go as well, or maybe, a person doesn't click with somebody. Anyway, those things like that are probably harder to smooth over for women still in this industry. With that said, I've found on set, I've by and large had a wonderful time and worked with some really collaborative, really excellent crew members, fellow artists, making our best work. And that's what we're here to do, is once people feel like we're all on the same team, all working towards the same excellent product, I think people have gotten behind me right away, no matter what.
I always do a question about advice that you can give to young kids that want to pursue a career in this industry. You have an advice to give to them?
It's tough, I will say. I mean, I think you have to be really passionate about it, because you have to be willing to handle the ups and downs. And working as an artist for hire means that there'll be times of unemployment. We certainly have that now with regard to the strikes and stuff. It's not a steady industry. It's not for the faint of heart. But if it's something that motivates you and drives you, and if you have something to say, then I think it's wonderful to be able to express yourself through art.
It's amazing. Sarah, I just want to thank you so much for your time. A pleasure to meet you. I'm going to be waiting for the future film, because you have a talent there. And I hope we meet one day in person. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye. If you like this video, don't forget to comment, to like, and subscribe to our channel right here.